Hello, and welcome to another tutorial. This time I have a long time think about making an infrared camera. I mean, a conversion of the taking out the hot mirror, the low pass filter, and put in a infrared filter. So I took my old Nikon D300 and which actually works okay. And now I will show you how I did my conversion. I took an infrared filter. This is a Hoya 55mm, and simply cut it in a square piece of glass that could go in, fit in instead of the actual filter in there. So let's go ahead. I will just show how you disassemble the camera and put in the infrared filter. So let's go ahead and remember this one. Important. I need a glass cutter, which is this is a brand Mitsutomo. It's really a great cutter. Then we need a JIS crosshead screwdriver. Some tweezers would be very handy, and this one is a special. I put on some plastic coat sprayed on, which is very handy to take out the flex cable. Then I need a air blower and some of those glass suction cutter, very handy, and of course a soldering iron. Okay, let's go ahead. First we take off the screws on the back. 1, 2, there's some hidden under here. 2, 3, 4, 5, and there is something under the rubber thingy there, and of course there is some hidden on the bottom. But let's go ahead. It's not that hard to make the conversion. It took me some time to figure out how to cut the glass, actually. I did my first try with a Dremel tool and a cutter disc made for tiles, but it didn't work. So I did another one. Somebody else has been into the camera before me, so there is maybe some therefore it's good to have some different types of screwdrivers and tweezers and all that stuff. So that was part of it. Then the hidden screw by here. That's it. Now the bottom part, out with the battery, and take off the mine miss one here, but doesn't matter. And then the rubber thingy here. I've been into the camera before, of course, to make my filter and investigate how things were put in. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screw, 7, 8. We need to take off on the bottom part. Just put them in a order, so just like reading a book. I mean, it works for me. And then so we're almost there to take the bottom off. I mean, at least, because there are some screws on the front. That that is covered here by the rubber. And that's it. So it should be possible to lift off the bottom. So it is. There has been some trace of water in here, as you can see here. Not really that good, but we can take off this. And there's nothing here. So now we can actually lift out the of course I forgot the memory card has to be taken out, and that's it. Now see, when taking off the back, flip it over, and there are 3 flex cables that we need to detach. One would lift up the lock, and the other 2 is something like you draw on the gently, and the big one here is also one of those you draw. So they are a bit fragile, so be careful. So now we can just pull them out, and that's it. Now on the back, there's just shelf here, protection, and we also need to take all the screws out. There, 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 and the last one here. It's not really difficult to go into the center, but so I think it will be interesting to see the result. How infrared will show when the picture is, I mean, it's better to have this. I was thinking about using the D300, my old one, but it does not have live view. So all the screws are loose, but there are 2 points, is there and there, that we need to unsolder. And by doing a solder iron, and just it needs a lot of heat here. And the other one can actually just lift up a little. And detach it. So now a lot of more cables, flex cables, that we have to mess with, but it's not a big problem. There's one here, the small one here, the one here that goes to the sensor, and the other goes to the sensor as a long cable here, the red one here, there's one here, and the big one here. So and lift up the tiny one and draw it out gently. So the big one here just have to lift up, so in one corner, and then we need lift up in the gray brown thingy. So over here there's one, so, and the big one on the right. So that's it. Then I need to take out this. It's a bit different. So lift it up, and then so the tweezer I made with some plastic coat is actually very good to get those, especially when putting back. So, and that's it. So now we're almost there. One also need to take out this one, So that's it. And then take out the mainboard, motherboard, but do it gently, because the flex here has to also come out by doing so. Now that's it. This is how it looks on one side. Now we are more into the thing there things happen actually. There's 3 screws holding the sensor in place. There's one here, there, and the last here. But as I discovered when opening the camera, I noticed that they have used thread lock. So it was a bit, yeah, how to do that, deal with that. Well, one need to use some nail polish remover on a cotton bud. So we do so. Just a little. And then add some on the screw here, only on the screw head. So, and we will go in and soften the thread lock, which we then can unscrew the screws. That is very good. It's the only, yeah, not the only, but it's the only 3 screws that need the thread lock. So, and then the screwdriver really have to fit perfect. If not, you can damage the screw, and then it can be really difficult to get them out. See, they've used the blue thread lock, which is harder than the purple. And okay, I forgot one thing. There is 4 cords here that need to be taken out. I mean, being unsoldered. There's a red one on the top of this, and there is a then the black, the gray, and the orange that needs to be unsoldered. I just make a picture of how it looks, just to show you how it looks in my camera. I would guess it's the same in others. So, but this is easy to do. So, on the black one, the gray one, and the orange. So now the camera is actually, the sensor is actually ready to come out. Do some like movement of the screw to feel, okay, is the nail polish remover, okay, there's really a lot. So that's why you really have to use nail polish remover or you could use acetone, but it stinks like hell. The person who has been into this before me have made some scratch or marks here. It's not really important because the sensor will have 3 points where they rest on, there, there, and there. So but you can make a small mark here, there, and there, just to be sure it is in the same position. Now the sensor is ready to come out, and for that I need another tweezer. Where did it went? Yeah. Oh, I have to unscrew it, of course. So the last one. Okay. No more screws here. This just get grip of the sensor. Now this is how it looks. That's the back side of the shutter. So yeah, this is how it looks. So I can put this aside and concentrate me on the actual filter. Now there is a you say anti-dust the filter first, and it's held by 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and I need to take that out because I cannot use it with the infrared filter on. So there's hold in a frame, so I'll just unscrew it and never put it back in again. Hopefully it will work. As the people on Live Pixel, they show on their website, they tell that the filter is not needed for anything more. So off with the frame, and off with the filter. It's held in place by some adhesive foam. So this is the cleaning filter. Those are piezo electric things that make a very high vibration when then you put on some electricity, and it will dust off the sensor, not the real sensor, because we haven't come to that yet. So the next thing is the low pass filter, which is here, the greenish thing. Well, it's difficult to see, but it is green. And it's held in place by 2 screws. So this whole frame that prevent the filter, the low pass filter, from coming out. So I need to take that screw out and this one. See, hold in place by two springs, leaf springs or whatever they call. And of course there are two washer spacers made of plastic, so you not press too hard on the frame here. So this is actually the frame that that I need again, but this filter I do not need again. So to take it out, it's, well, it can be difficult, but I use this suction tool from Japan, hobby tool, and just blow away some dust. So one just need to press it gently on and then lift it out. See, this filter is actually 2 layers of glass. So if we count all 4 layers of glass, I mean, there's actually 4 layers of glass here on those, the cleaning and the hot mirror and the low pass filter. Somebody might call this the low pass filter, I don't know, but I have to take them out. So that's it. And then we actually have the sensor itself. That is here. It's the low pass filter is put in a frame here with the that's made of rubber, as you can see here. So and then I will need that again. So that's it. And then I will put in my new cut filter. I cut it myself out of a infrared filter, R72. I'm not sure how it will look, but the size I cut it in is here, because I measured how big should the filter actually be. It should be bigger than the filter, I mean the low pass filter, because it has to go through the frame. So if we take a little closer look on this, maybe it's difficult to see, but it is there. Just need a break to shift my battery. So, and then I need some gloves, just to not put any the marks on this small filter. Now, the filter is like this. Don't need this anymore, and it's quite thick, actually, something around where did my measure thingy went? Just to show you how it actually looks and how thick it is. So this filter is something like 2.33 millimeter in this case, and here you have the measure how wide and how yeah. So I need to take any mark on it away and then put it in. So it doesn't matter if there's any dust on the surface here, we'll take it away after. The filter is used, so I don't know how much it will affect the picture itself, but I'll just do a test. I have to get the filter in place. I also need to be sure it will not fall out again, and then I need some glue, not super glue or something like that, but just ordinary something, just ordinary glue. It could be contact glue or something, I would guess. And the amount of glue I will use is very little. Wow. And why you shouldn't use hot glue, no, not hot glue, but super glue is the vapor is simply put on. It will make some marks on the glass. So don't use that, in my opinion. Maybe others have discovered other things, I don't know. Well, I could use it. I could do it on the frame here. Yeah. So that's it. Now the frame goes on, and the okay, you might. So I have filed and grind the actual plastic frame, so the infrared filter will fit perfect, and I think it's good. I hope it will be good. So that was actually part of it. So we put things back in. And try to see if it will work. put this. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, it will not. Well, difficult to do it with camera on, because yeah, here we got it. I mean, at least. And then flip the spring up here. So. Oh, come on. It's not easy all the time. No. But I think I will make it. So. And so. That's it. There are something there, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, I can do some cleaning with the okay, well, this thing's fall apart. Okay, do some yeah, cleaning of the filter with this is the Eclipse, which will work good, I think. Well, I used to use the visible dust, which in my opinion works better, but feel free to use what you prefer. Well, that's it. Now it's time to put the sensor with the converted filter in, and then see how it looks. Interesting stuff. The filter cannot fall out, hopefully. It should be pressing on the frame here, which I also need to wipe away some dust here. I mean, the blades are stronger than one should expect. So, now it's time to put it back in again. Hope it will work. At least I can clean the sensor afterward, or the filter, or whatever it's called. So, and then I mean, there's no need for putting on some thread lock because there's enough in those screws. But if you want to do so, you can use the purple one. This is the softest of those thread locks. It's good. But it costs a fortune, as one maybe have discovered. And I only need some very tiny drops of so that's it. Oh, we have some light problems here. And by pressing all the way over, when I'm putting in the sensor, I will press all the way over to this corner, lower left corner. Then the sensor will stay where it should. And of course now it is locked in place by the one screw. Then we take another one. And just a tiny drop. There's no need to overdo it. And gently screw in the small screws. Now where is my you see, there's one thing that should sit here, and it's actually the 4 screws, I mean the 4 cords that have stayed here. But since I cannot use this filter anymore, I will not, there's no need to put any cords on. So I just need to put on the main board, and that's it. It's not that hard. And then maybe I can do it more easy for myself to will it be possible to do it that way? Not really, but doing so. That's it. And then the rest of the cables. So, and this one. The red one here. So. lifting up those tiny locking thing. So there, and so this one goes in, and the tiny here, and here we are. So that was actually part of it, and the only thing I need to do is putting on the shell here. And then no need for any more gloves. I hope it will work. It would be great fun to see how things looks in different infrared look. So and then this tiny thingy rubber. Yeah, what else to put in? The bag. Something wrong here. Where did it went? See, this is different because it goes through the I don't know how the professionals do this, but I would guess it's, I mean, on the factory or so, maybe they have special tweezers. It would be interesting to see, but so it is. So here we are, ready to put it back in again. Everything is okay. Interesting. And the bottom part, cover. those can be a little annoying to put on, but it's okay. Just my own camera, so I can do what I want. But of course, still have to do it correct, so it works. I will tell you a little about the how to cut a filter like this with a glass cutter. When I have assembled the camera. At that stage I could actually just take a test picture, but I think it will work. And but it's exciting to, I mean, maybe you can use some of the information in how to disassemble your D300 or something, or just learn how you can make your conversion. I missed some of the screws, but yeah. Since other have been into this, I don't know. And the hidden screw under here. And the two on the left side of the camera. Then we are almost there. So, and then we are almost there. And we need a card. Okay. Now, put the camera on live view there. Just need a lens, something, no matter what it is. Could put on a manual 25mm. Will it work or not? Yeah, it will. And is it actually possible to take a picture? Yeah, it works. Hold up. Wow, that's interesting. How will it actually look outside? Well, bit overexposed. yeah, it actually works. It will be interesting to use. Now, a little about cutting a filter. Since I use a homemade filter, I did some mistake by cutting it, because I think, okay, I can use a Dremel multi-tool whatever thing to cut it, but it breaks. So I was looking for a real cutter, and this turned out to be in the hardware store a glass cutter. So what it will do, it has a small roll here which is made of something, I don't know, it's this tungsten steel or really hard steel, but the point is it works pretty good. So by for example, cut this piece of glass. It's the same glass, I just used the other one, but let's see if we can do something. Well, just need a measure stick. So when cutting it, I just need some oil. Not very much, but one can use whatever oil they want to use. Just a little amount, less than you think there should. And then just cut the glass with this roller cutter. So when cutting it, just begin by this and then cut. So I just need some sharp surface to have it bent over, and then press gently, and then it breaks. Nice cut. So this is how it works, and I can use the rest of the filter for a compact camera. Maybe I'm thinking about doing so, but as you can see, this is a filter I actually use. It's a infrared, and then cut it into piece, and that's it. If you like, yes, I think it was interesting and it works. So bye bye.